She drifts like whispers of silk across landscapes of silver and gray, unfolding stories between heartbeats where dreams find their way. Shadows of cameras, quiet applause, fragments of self behind unwritten laws. A dance without music, a song without words, invisible wings of the stories unheard. She drifts like
In the 1940s, Rita Haworth wasn't just a star. She was a phenomenon. Her image graced the walls of countless homes and military barracks, inspiring millions during World War II. But behind that famous image lay a tale of triumph and tribulation that speaks to us even today. Born Margarita Carmen Cancino in 1918, Rita's path to stardom was paved with reinvention. Hollywood, not yet ready to embrace her Spanish heritage, prompted a series of changes. She adopted a new name, altered her appearance, and emerged as the Rita Haworth the world came to adore. Rita's breakthrough arrived in 1946 with Gilda. In that film, she captivated audiences with a performance that would define her career. A simple gesture, a toss of her hair, became iconic. Suddenly, she was the embodiment of glamour and allure. But fame, as we've often seen, can be a double-edged sword. While millions were falling for her silver screen persona, Rita Haworth was grappling with her own identity. She once remarked poignantly, "Men go to bed with Gilda, but wake up with me." Imagine, if you will, living a life where your public persona constantly overshadows your true self. Despite her professional success, Rita's personal life was turbulent. Of her 5 marriages, her union with the brilliant Orson Welles was perhaps the most notable and complex. Welles, a cinematic genius in his own right, brought intellectual stimulation and creative collaboration to their relationship. However, his restless nature, perfectionism, and the intense public scrutiny they faced as a power couple in Hollywood created a significant strain. Their partnership, while passionate, was marked by periods of separation and reconciliation, ultimately proving too tumultuous to sustain. But Rita's most challenging role was yet to come, and it wasn't on any screen. In the 1970s, her behavior began to change. The press, always hungry for scandal, labeled her difficult, unstable, and alcoholic. The truth, however, was far more tragic and would not come to light until much later. Rita Haworth was suffering from Alzheimer's disease, undiagnosed and misunderstood. In the 1970s, our understanding of this condition was limited. Early symptoms often mimicked other conditions, leading to misdiagnosis. For someone like Rita, constantly in the public eye, the stigma and misconceptions surrounding cognitive decline were particularly challenging. As her condition progressed, Rita found comfort and care in the most unexpected of places. Her daughter, Princess Yasmin Aga Khan, became her mother's fierce advocate and caregiver. In 1981, Yasmin helped to publicly reveal Rita's Alzheimer's diagnosis, which significantly raised awareness about the disease. In her final years, Rita lived in New York City, receiving around-the-clock care. Despite the ravages of the disease, those close to her reported moments of lucidity where glimpses of the vivacious Rita would shine through. She was no longer in the limelight, but she was surrounded by the love and dedication of her family. Rita Haworth passed away on May 14, 1987, at the age of 68. Her struggle with Alzheimer's had lasted nearly 2 decades. But in death as in life, she continued to make an impact. Her highly publicized battle with the disease helped to destigmatize Alzheimer's. Rita's story, while set in the golden age of Hollywood, touches on themes that resonate deeply today. The pressure to conform, the price of fame, the struggle for identity, and ultimately, the dignity in facing life's final challenge. These are battles still fought, albeit on different stages. Yet in Rita's journey, we find inspiration. Despite the challenges, she persevered, she danced, she acted, she lived on her terms. In a world intent on defining her, she fought to define herself. As we reflect on Rita Haworth's legacy, let us remember her not just as the glamorous pinup or the silver screen siren, but as a woman of remarkable resilience. Her life reminds us that our worth lies not in our image, but in our ability to face life's challenges with grace and determination. Perhaps now we can appreciate the strength it took to be the woman behind the icon, from the heights of Hollywood glamour to her courageous final years. This has been This Creative Journey. Until next time, may we learn to look beyond the surface and appreciate the complex, beautiful humanity in each of us.
Soft as memory, sharp as glass, a melody suspended between what was and what might pass. Echoes of movement, grace without sound, where silence and rhythm quietly surround. She drifts like whispers of silk across landscapes of silver and gray, unfolding stories between heartbeats, where dreams find their way. Shadows of cameras, quiet applause, fragments